What is up, everybody? We are live with Batch Leads Nation. I got Landry on here. What's up, Landry?
Nothing much. Just having a really, really quick week. I can't even believe how fast it's going by. What about you?
Really? It's been
Yeah.
going fast?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a ton going on. Just
Yeah.
lots of videos,
Yeah. I've had a lot going on. I went and saw the Transformers movie last night, the Beast Wars thing. I was a
How was
big
it?
fan when I was a kid. Yeah, it was good. Thought it was all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
A
I
lot of
haven't seen him in a long time. I didn't
yeah,
even know that there was a new one that came out.
yeah, I'm not I just heard about it. I was like, let's do it. And anyway, yeah, so it's gone fast for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Well, I'm excited for today. I think it's going to be really good to jump in here. I
Of
don't know
course.
about who on here has a Batch Leads account or if you guys are wondering about Batch Leads, but it'd be cool. Maybe we should have people post in the chat. Like if you guys have Batch Leads right now,
Yeah.
comment a 1. If you don't and you're excited to learn more about it, comment a 2. Then we can kind of get a good idea of who's joining us today.
Yes, please do that. And again, if you do not have batch leads, it's time to step up. It's time to get it, And I just threw the link in there. So today, what are we going to be going over is how to reach out to agents efficiently, effectively, and how to get deals. That is what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to be talking about. And I'm going to give you some live examples of how to talk to agents because I am actually looking for a deal right now on 5 units plus between 5 and 16 units. I'm looking for an apartment complex that I'm going to buy with one of my buyers that I wholesaled the deal to. I wholesaled him a deal for $30,000 at the beginning of the year. It was an 8-plex. And I
Yeah.
reached out to him and I said, hey man, I want to own some apartment complexes. If I find you some, is it cool instead of, taking a big wholesale fee? Is it cool if I take some and get equity ownership in the property? And he's like, yeah, that's totally fine too. So this way I'm using agent outreach and leveraging someone that's an apartment owner and knows how to do all that stuff for me to get in and own some apartments.
Oh, that's exciting. Oh, cool. Okay, well, I can't wait. Maybe we can walk through like exactly what parameters you would be thinking of when you're trying to find, the people to connect with to find this apartment complex, that will
Yeah, yeah.
be the
So
first. Well, let's get this
so
open.
what we're gonna do, we'll get started. If you want to pull up your Batch Leads account, and I'll kind of go through how I'm doing this.
Okay.
Um, just pull it up and then I can share your screen. So everybody, what's going on is I have networked with a buyer. And again, this is very important because no buyer that you just randomly meet is going to give you equity ownership in a property that if they don't trust you, if they don't like you, if they don't know you. So this is why I call it painless wholesaling, is because it's all about relationships and it's all about kind of finding out what they want and what you want, knowing their buyer criteria. And I know his buying criteria. So now it's very easy to look for what he wants. So what I did is I said, what do you want? And he kind of told me the area. So we're using batch leads to kind of filter down and look for the agents that would have those opportunities. And we can look for listings that are existing and pull those on batch leads, apartments in the area he wants, or we can just look for agents that are active and just network with them through texting, doing drip campaigns instead of, calling them and trying to get a hold of every single one of them. You can be efficient and put them in like a drip campaign. And, I'll show you that later today. But anyway, let's go through pulling this list.
Okay, cool. I'm super excited for this. This is going to be really cool. So
Yeah.
in Batch Leads, you guys can now, this has been out for I believe 2-ish weeks now. It's super exciting. It's a great way. There's multiple ways that you can pull agents in here and network with real estate agents. I don't know what you think, Nathan, but I don't think there's anybody that shouldn't be networking with agents. I
No.
can't find one reason to say, no, you shouldn't reach out to agents.
No, I think a lot of people don't is because they kind of maybe feel like they're frauds as wholesalers.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I don't actually buy. And they're going to ask me if I'm a wholesaler. Look, everybody that's listening, you need to listen, tune in. Everyone wholesales. Like that's just an extra strategy. Even flippers. I know a flipper that did 90 flips last year. And he said out of the 90 flips, there were 50 of those were wholesale deals. And he doesn't even really wholesale. He's just a flipper that he gets properties that people bring to him because they know he flips. And if he doesn't want to flip them, he's like, hey, let me just ask my buyers if they want them. Wholesaling is something everybody does if they're efficient and they're smart and they want to maximize the properties they get.
Yeah, yeah, and that kind of brings a quick question for you too on something that came up recently in the community with a property that we pulled up. I believe it was in Memphis. It was active
Right.
on the market, and in the description, the agent had listed no wholesalers. What would you
Mhm.
do in that case of reaching out to an agent? Maybe we should pull that property up today.
Yeah,
But
great. No wholesalers. Yeah. No, I understand. I wouldn't want to just work with someone that's strictly does the traditional way of wholesaling that I call it traditional because that's what they teach, where they just lock up a property and then they go and try and find a buyer. That's a waste of your time and I think everybody's time. That's not what I do. I lock up properties where I know it's a deal or I have a buyer already. And so that doesn't worry me when I see that because I
But you'd
already
still
kind of,
reach out and you'd be like,
yeah, no,
what's
of
the
course.
deal? Yeah, it sounds like they probably got burned in the past with somebody, or I don't know, you
There's
know.
too many people that learn this business that are new that just lock up deals and that don't know who they're going to sell it to. They don't really know pretty much what they're doing, and they put a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth. But that's not what we teach and what we tell people to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. Well, let's pull this up. If you guys haven't used this in your account yet, or if you're wondering about it, you basically just have access to this awesome real estate agent directory anywhere in the United States. So you have to search an area, but then you have other things in here. So what do you want to search for today?
Let's do what I already did, so people kind of get an idea of what happened. So we go Sandy, Utah. And we want to work with agents that have sold a minimum of 4 in the last 6 months and a total of 1 million to let's say 10 million. Let's see how many pop up. And this is a total sold, so that would be like in Utah, like 1 to 2 houses to hit that million mark. Okay, go 10 million. Okay, you did that.
10
All right.
million. Okay, perfect. In the past, did you say six?
Let's do 12. Let's do 12 months. Let's see what we got, and then search it.
Okay.
And how many do we have?
We have 36.
36. Okay, we might go back to the filters. We might need to broaden that. Let's see. Let's go to
Maybe the
past.
sold listings we could make
Yeah,
a larger amount of time.
Yeah, go 12 months.
Okay. Let's try that out.
What do we got?
Okay, so 164.
Perfect. Okay. So what I did is I took this whole list, so you can do it for if you like, Landry. You can select them all. And you can select all and save it to, let's call this Sandy agents.
Perfect.
And then you can do a tag if you wanted to that was agents, but it doesn't matter. All right, so what I did then is I went to lists, and then I went to actually I think I went to the different tab, which is properties on the sidebar.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think I went to no, not
properties. This will be a little separated, like in terms of, did you pull off the agents?
Yeah, I pulled off the agents and then I selected and I exported that list and I put it into this new CRM. I think.
Okay, so you'll do it right here. So you'll just select them right here in this kind of separated spot, which is kind of nice because then you don't have to worry about like which ones are my agents, which ones are my properties, and like have this all jumbled thing. So I think you would just grab it right here, that list. Here,
yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, and then select these, and then you would go to export to Excel. And then let's see. I don't need all 20. I just need the first 14. I think the first 14.
Okay, so no office county, no list count name, tag count, date updated. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then next, and then I exported that.
Sandy
agents. Yeah. So my goal here with doing this is to export this and then put it into the CRM that I use. And then what I do is I text blast these agents and I put them into a workflow of specific like messages that's sent to them. So I don't have to go call 164 agents today. I can send out a text message to them saying, hey, are you still an agent? And then if they respond, then I want to talk to them. That's when I would deem it's worth my time, right? Because you could spend all day calling agents, especially if you're just calling one by one. So you call, and if they don't answer, the next step in the drip campaign. And do you know what drip campaigns and workflows are, Landry?
Yeah. Okay. So like, let's say you leave it, would you say like a week that you would maybe like have an automatic drip set up, or something that's a little bit sooner?
Right. Well, so for example, if we send a text message and say, "Hey, what's going on? Are you agent?" and they don't respond, you can send the next text could be in a week, right? Say,
Okay, yeah.
"Hey, not sure if you're still, there. Not sure if this is your number. Would you still be interested?" And this workflow that is set up, it hits them up 10 times. And then if they don't
Ah,
respond within 10 times, then it puts them in like maybe bad number or whatever. So
yeah.
that's like the first step to agent outreach, right? Is like, hey, let's at least find the people who are the agents that are actively responding, that are not hard workers, but are working, right? Because you
Yeah,
don't want
that
to waste
they
your
they're
time.
excited to get your text. They're like, "Oh,
Right.
yes, I'm still an agent. Like, what's happening?"
Exactly.
Those are the people I'm sure you wanna work with.
Exactly. So right here is you export a list and you put it in. We don't have to show people how to export and put it into the CRM. I'm just
Yeah,
kind of talking it through. But once you get them to respond, then your goal is to let them know, talk to them, network with them, and tell them what you're looking for. Now, your
yeah.
conversation is going to be very unproductive if you don't have an idea of what you're looking for. What are you going to call an agent and just say, "Hey, my name's Nathan. Nice to meet you. I'm new," and like that's just
Yeah.
not gonna. I think it's a waste of time, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, what would you say though if you don't have your buyers yet and you're using agents to find buyers? How would you go about that if
well,
you
you could call them and well, see, this is probably not the strategy you'd want to do to find buyers, because you're
Yeah,
using these agents to find you deals. So if you're gonna call them and be like, "Hey, I'm new. I don't have any buyers, or I want to start wholesaling," they're gonna be like, "Well, I'm not really gonna look for you, right?
yeah.
Because you're not the buyer." So that's why I would say in this situation, you would really want to start off and know what your buyer wants or what you're buying. So when you go to them, you go to with authority, you go with purpose, and you sound like you know what you're talking about, right?
Right. Well, what if you pull, like, let's say in property search and you do it the kind of the reverse way of like, you narrow it down, you pull a list of buyers, and then you save the agents attached and you reach out to those agents specifically and be like, hey, I saw that you listed 123 Main Street. That flip looks great.
Hmm.
I'm wondering if your buyer's looking for more in
Yeah,
this.
that's
Is that how you
totally.
would go about it?
That's how I would go about it if I'm looking for buyers. But
Yeah. Okay.
this is called agent outreach, where we just pulled like a list and we're trying to network with agents to bring
Yeah.
us deals. This would be more something I would use to try and network to get deals. So there's a
Yes.
little bit of difference. Like when you go to the property search and you search Sandy because you have a deal, or you're looking for buyers in that specific area, you're calling those agents that have listings in those specific areas. Now, I guess you could do the same thing here. You could call and you could say, "Hey, I noticed you've listed a lot of properties.
Like,
I'm
either
new."
way, it's kinda
I
like,
guess either way. Yeah.
yeah, okay, cool. So, yeah, I love that. I mean, easy. You put in your filters, what you want, pull them off. I don't know, do you wanna share
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
CRM or what that
Let's
kinda looks like?
let's
That would be cool.
So real quick, like I'm telling you, when you're calling, let's say you have a buyer by now, like what people are buying. You want to have their buying criteria. So I'm going to show you all how to create a buying criteria for your buyers. So when you're talking to these agents, you know what you're going to ask them to look for you if they find it, and they can send it your way. And so, you have a baseline to establish that credibility. So if no one knows how to do this, it's very, very simple. We're gonna go. Let me share my screen really right here.
And let us know, guys, too. Put in the chat or the comments what questions you have. If maybe you've been somebody that has wanted to reach out to agents to help you get deals or whatever the case might be. If you have fears about it, what those fears are, whatever you guys have, let us know because, we're live here right now. And Nathan has a well of knowledge to share with whatever you guys are wondering about.
Oh man, thank you. That's so nice of you to say that. All
Absolutely.
right. So just so you know what a buy box criteria is, it's what buyers give to agents, to wholesalers, to people to let them know what they want. So I'll show you one that a hedge fund gave me. Let's see, is this it? There's this one. Okay, here it is. So this hedge fund said, "Hey, if you find anything that meets this criteria, send it our way. We'll look at it. We'll make you an offer." That's what we want to give to agents. We want to build an army of people looking for deals that will meet our specific criteria. So they've told me they want Atlanta, Tampa, Orlando, Dallas, Oklahoma City, and they want 3 beds, 2 baths, over 1,000 square feet, built in 1965 or newer. And they actually even send like a nice little PDF, whatever you'd say, graphic that looks cool. So I want to make one. I don't think I've ever made one. Our buy box. What does that say? Our buy box. I'll make it prettier. Don't worry. Not at the moment. I don't need to do that, but
Yeah. Just make the note.
I'll just make the note. Okay. So I'll go to one of my buyers that, let's see, let me find him really quick. Let me go to his other screen. I want everyone seeing my text messages. Give me a second. So I'm looking for Jason, who is my buyer that I wholesaled this property to, and he gave me his buy box criteria. Let's see if I can. I'm good. I'm actually blah, blah, blah. Okay.
This is really huge too, because it's like putting on even things like not even this type of material for this like types of properties. Like if you had that information from your buyers beforehand, and you know when you go to look at a property, if it doesn't meet that criteria, you're just like, that's not a deal for me, for the people that I
Yeah,
know.
it helps you definitely stay focused, right?
Yeah. Or at least find somebody else that's looking for that instead. But
so this is what I said to him, just so everyone can get an idea. Anything specific you're looking to buy now? I want to focus a little more on acquiring apartments and finding some for you to buy and get some equity in it if I find a good deal and provide some value to you to stay in the deal. Good timing. I was actually talking with my business partner yesterday, and we're looking for more sub-institutional multifamily housing. Think like 6 to 16 units. So what I would say is 6 to 16 units, right? So now I already kind of have a baseline of what I'm trying to do with these agents. Oh, dang, I don't want it there. Let's see if I can put it here. You son of a gun. All right, we'll just do that. Okay, so did I say, I said 5.
oh, 6, I think.
6 to 16 units. Is that what he said?
Yes.
6 to 16 units. We are on the hunt for something before the end of the year for cost segregation. Okay. We are trying to stick within Salt Lake because I asked them where, right?
Yeah.
Salt Lake, Davis, and Weber County. Okay. So now we have locations: Salt Lake, Davis, and Weber County. Right. All right. Then what else is there? Probably 5 million mark would be the top of where we want to be right now. So I'd say it's kind of 5 million mark would be the top of what we want to be right now for price. So that's it. Obviously I know how to use Canva. I can make it look prettier, but that's kind of like a good baseline to start off with. So now if I call an agent who's represented anyone from $1 million to $10 million in the last year, I can say, hey, look, my name's Nathan. I work I'm an investor, and I have me and my partners are looking to buy, apartment complex from 6 to 16 units. Do you work with multifamily? No, I don't. Well, do you know anyone that does? I'm not only a buyer that buys multifamily, but I do fix and flip. So now I'm coming to that conversation with value because I'm someone that can pay them, right?
Yes.
So that's the importance of having a buy box criterion. I'm going apartments, but I also can do single family. You guys don't have to start off at apartments that are watching this. I just want bigger deals that will make more money, right?
Right. So you could just do the same idea with whatever types of properties you're looking for, but having this prepared.
Yes. Just like these guys, right? They have their buy box. They even tell you what counties they want.
Nice.
I got this hedge fund that actually gives you a spreadsheet and tells you, beds, baths, square footage, the year built, what is that? AMI? Not sure. Minimum rent. They even tell you, hey, we don't want it if it rents for lower than this. So it really keeps you focused and looking in the right direction. Because when I first started wholesaling, I was like running around like a chicken with my head cut off, thinking everything was a deal.
Yeah.
That can end up wasting a lot of your time, especially if you don't know what people want to buy in your market. You could spend I spent a year working with like an old lady. She told me like she loved to talk to me. So I was like, okay. And she had like some piece of land that was kind of weird, but I kept on talking to her, and like took a year till she was like open to even signing. And then her daughter like walked in while I was on the phone with her. It's like, who are you talking to? Is this guy's trying to scam you? And it was over. So that's a weird conversation. I guess that's a weird example, but I'm just saying, you be careful how you waste your time, because whether it's an old person who can't really make the decision for themselves, or you're working on a deal that isn't even a deal, don't waste your time. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you have this stuff ready to go, you're like, this is what we're looking for, let me know if you have something, or get them excited to help you get that deal so they can get paid too.
Exactly. So all you have to do in Canva is, once you make it, again, I'd make this prettier before I sent it out, but you would just download it as a PDF, and then you can send this in a text message to people. Okay.
That's
Like,
it.
hey,
Okay, yeah. So that's as easy as it is. It doesn't have to be anything. I think sometimes thinking about buy boxes, that can get overcomplicated. Like, okay, I have to have everything ready to go, like the exact down to the way the property looks type deal. But it's just the big things that are important to your buyer.
right. And all I'm doing is I'm taking the text message that he sent me and I put it in here. He said, the right deal can sway us to a different location. There you go. So let's go to the CRM that I got. And I just got this set up, guys, today, because I was like, yeah, let's freaking try this. This looks awesome. So what this does is this will automatically send out offers to people. It will take the listed price and do a certain percentage, or it will take the estimated value and send a certain percentage in a PDF. So if you guys just check this out, where is it?
Oh, nice.
So it will go here. This is my company, letter of intent. It took the address. It sent the offer to the apartments that I want to buy, and the agents are responding now. And that's who I want to talk with, or the agents that are responding. I don't think I'll necessarily get this offer, but or them say yes, I'll accept it. But again, I'm just trying to get on the phone with anyone that has a pulse, really, that I can talk
Yeah.
to.
So wait, so you said that this is automatic, that it's doing that and then sending out your LIS?
Yeah, letter of intent. Yeah, sends out the letter of intent if they have a listing that's currently on the market, or if you do the agent outreach, which we showed everyone, where you're just calling them if they've had listings and you're talking. I'm doing both. I'm sending out offers, and I'm also just trying to connect and network with people.
Yeah. Oh, LOI. I was
Yeah,
like, LOS. What am I saying?
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
It's
nice.
actually no. I don't want to correct you, but letter LOI. I think you said
LOI.
LOI.
No, LOI. Yeah, like intent.
There
Yeah.
you go. All right. Let's see. So these are agents that are responding to my offers and my agent outreach automatically without me having to call them.
That's all.
So let's look at this. This is one that received my offer. Hey, Dean, I just sent you over an offer. Can you let me know if you got it? It closed this week over asking. So I have the opportunity to continue the conversation over text, email, or I can call them, because this is someone that's actively doing deals, right? I can let's do it. Let's call them. Normally, I probably would like text a little bit more, like, "Hey, do you have some time to talk? I got your email." But for the purpose of this call, let's
Let's
show
do
people
it.
how it's done. All right. So Dean, we got his phone number right here. Let's give him a call. Let's call Dean. Let's see. Connection lost. Come on. Man, I got to refresh this thing. Let's see if Dean's a nice guy.
I'm curious.
All right.
And this is once again the list you got from agent outreach, right?
From batch leads,
Oh,
solid, Okay, I actually have to unplug this in order for everyone to hear it, I think.
okay. Can't hear you. Looks like you're muted on stream.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to I think I have to share my screen. through a window tab. Yes, sir. Okay, cancel that. That's dang technology, everybody.
I know.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Agent outreach process is auto. Dang, I gotta find that tab. Come on. Let's see. Tell me if you can hear. Let's see if you can hear this dial. Okay. I'm just clicking all over. What's going on here? All right, let me refresh this. Okay, let's do it again. Can you hear this ringing?
It's ringing right now. No.
How about no? Okay. Darn it. Hey, Kristen, I was trying to get a hold of Patrick Day. Is he available? Oh, Patrick is the broker? Oh, hey, it's breaking up a little bit. Can I call you right back? Okay, call you right back. Okay, so you couldn't hear that, so I wanted to hang up because what's the point if you can't hear my conversation? So yeah, dang technology.
I know, you're like, you'd think that you could just do anything you wanted and it would come right through.
Yeah, it's giving me a hard time. I'm sorry, Batch Nation. I'm
No worries, it happens. I've been having a ton of technical difficulties lately with my computer, like shutting off the screen in the middle of a meeting. So I feel you.
I'm letting Batch Nation down right now. I feel terrible.
No.
Okay.
Let us know if you guys do have questions, though. Comment them while we get this kind of up and going. Anything that you guys are wondering about. It doesn't have to be about agents either. Just anything that you guys have, around wholesaling or the system, of course, too.
I am curious about what I'm talking about, Landry. Do you find this helpful? Because I like feedback.
Yeah, absolutely. I think these are the things that when people are going through, at least within the community, everybody is trying to find a process that makes sense. So I think for anybody watching, let us know if this is making sense to you, because I think this is super helpful in terms of on the other side of when you do already have buyers that have a buy box that they have provided for you, that you can go and use agent outreach to literally in a couple of seconds pull the list and then just start reaching out. This is super powerful how now that you have the CRM set up, that showing that process.
Freaking money.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, and let me say something else that is going to blow your minds. Everybody, like with texting, there's obviously like laws and they're passing a bunch of stuff. Like you can't spam people. Like agents they put their numbers out there. An agent will never sue you for texting them. They can't. Like,
yeah, they're like, I want
they
business.
want business.
Yes.
Exactly. So this is like a super compliant way to do business. And look, there's 18. I just sent this out this morning, 18 conversations and people responded. This is an offer I sent out to one of the, what's it called? The properties that I want to buy. And the agent already responded, pass this along to and spoke with the seller. He will decline. Already he's responding. That's amazing. That just saved me so much time. Now,
so nice.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to look up this house. There's a Zillow button. I can click it. Okay. So this is a 8-bedroom, 4-bath duplex. So I'm going to call this agent and chat with him about what I'm really looking for in my buy box. Let's give it a shot. Let's see.
Okay, cool.
Let's see if I got what it takes. And I think I shared it. So the volume should be working when I call. So let's call it again. All right. Patrick Day.
If it's ringing, I can't hear it. Just a heads up.
Okay, it hasn't rang yet, but
okay, just let me know. Oh, I hear
it. Please hold while I try to connect you.
Yeah, music.
I always love the music before calls.
That's right.
Hello, this is Kristen Wetzel.
Hey, Kristen. Sorry about that. This is Nathan.
Hi.
I called and I was trying to get a hold of Patrick because he has a listing on East Red Maple Road. That it's a
sure.
duplex.
Yeah, let me give you his phone number.
Okay. Yeah, it's so interesting. So I guess, is this the office or is this your number and I just came up with
Yeah,
the number?
no, this is the broker. This number is really for our agents.
Oh,
Um, but it shows up a lot on things, so don't even worry. I'll give you his direct number.
well, I'm glad I got a hold of you. You seem like a great person to work with too.
Well, thanks.
All right.
So his phone number is 801.
Okay, give me a second. Let me pull up my notes real quick. Okay, so
Okay.
801
910
910
6387.
6387. And so I have your number, your name down. What was it again? I'm sorry.
My name's Kristen, Kristen,
Okay.
and then Wetzel, Whetzel. So I'm the managing broker for EXP Utah.
Wow, that's awesome. So do you have a lot? I'm assuming you have tons of agents that you work with then.
We have 500.
Oh my gosh, and you were able to answer my phone call being that busy with all those agents. Wow.
Oh, we have a great system. We're a cloud-based brokerage. So there's 2 people that broker the state.
Wow.
But we've got just an incredible support staff, behind us that does all the other things. So I always answer the phone, and if I
You
don't
never
get
know.
back, it's usually within an hour.
Yes, well, you never
So,
know what's on the other end of that phone, right? It might be a listing, might be some
right,
right. So heck yeah.
right.
Do you by
Oh, for
chance have
sure.
I'll call Patrick in a little bit, but do you by chance have like 3 minutes? I just want to ask you a couple questions and tell you what I'm looking for. Maybe you might be able to help me out.
Sure.
Uh,
Let me get a piece of paper
yeah,
though. Let
of
me
course.
grab.
Yeah, and you might be able to help me. You might not. You might even know like what agent to send
Okay.
so I can, network with them.
Okay. Are you an investor or
I am,
are you
yeah.
looking to buy something?
I'm an
Okay.
investor, so I'm always looking to
Okay.
build relationships and network and find deals.
Great. Okay. Tell me what you're looking for.
So right now, I was specifically like a couple years ago. Well, recently, I've moved into apartments and looking for multifamily investments, but I have done mostly like fix and flips. I've wholesaled a couple deals, but now I'm looking to invest in multi units. So I was wondering if you come across any, or if you know any agents that specifically focus on apartments.
So we've got a commercial division that mostly does so residential usually goes 4 and under before it hits commercial
Hmm.
designation. So anybody that's got a residential license can still do commercial,
Right.
but we do not like our agents to sell in the commercial space unless they're super super savvy and up on that. So we've got an entire commercial division
Okay.
that mostly works with that. They do have a ton of pocket listings. We definitely have people that specialize in that. If I can get your information, I will connect you. I just want to make a couple phone calls, and then I can have them give you a call.
Yeah, that'd be great because I have like my criteria of what I'm looking for, like 6 to 16 units within like Davis or Salt Lake County, and I can go. We're really not trying to go above like 5 million. We're trying to keep it like five between like 5 and lower, but we're open if it's a good deal.
Okay, perfect. Do you specifically only want that area,
We can be
the
swayed.
Salt Lake and Davis?
No, we can be swayed depending on the deal. So if it's like in Box Elder or even lower Utah County, we're open, but we usually just like kind of that area because that's where we live and we like to be kind of closer to our units.
More hands-on.
Yeah, yeah. We still kind of
Perfect.
we still
Okay.
we have like a rule. We only really like to buy apartments that we would live in ourselves, just because that kind of helps
Right.
figure out like, hey, okay, this is something we like and we feel like we can rent it out.
Oh, totally. Totally makes sense. And what is your name?
My name is Nathan Payne, Payne. And just to kind of let you know a little bit more about myself, I do like I've been an investor for a while, so I teach like what I specifically do is I invest, but I also teach people how to get into real estate investing as well. So maybe I'd be a good contact for you, and I can send, like, maybe some of the people I coach to list with you, your brokerage, if they have flips they want
Yeah,
to list.
that's awesome. Okay. I will definitely keep your information. And as I said, you reached the broker. So this is the broker number.
Awesome.
I'm Kristen Wetzel. So if I can do anything for you, don't hesitate to call back. But
Awesome.
let me make a few phone calls and really connect you with somebody that will best be able to help you in our organization.
Awesome.
And yeah, appreciate your time.
Of course. Yeah. So should I just wait to hear back from someone?
Yeah, I'll call them. I'll call them right now. Dr. Bill Nieves is the one that is our commercial broker, and he is absolutely incredible. His network is so vast.
Wow.
That's why a lot of the stuff that he's got is really kind of pocket listings,
Yeah.
if you will. It's his networking and really being able to connect with that community and those resources to kind of match you with something that's working out really well. So
Well, that's
I
perfect.
I will make the phone call to him.
Yeah. I know. I said that's perfect because that's exactly how I do business too on the single family side. It's all about your network. You find deals all the time,
Oh, for
don't
sure.
even hit the market yet.
Yeah.
And that's what I kind of
Oh, yeah.
specialize in. But now I want to like go higher into, multi units and put my money to work for me that way. A single family, like the rental
Oh,
game is,
perfect.
it's okay, but multifamily is way better.
Oh, for sure. Do you have any properties yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many properties do you have like that?
So I have a couple rentals that are single family. I am now venturing
Uh-huh.
into the multifamily. So I don't have, I'll just be frank with you, I don't have any multi units at the moment. I've usually just,
Not yet, but you're
whole.
moving towards that.
Yeah, moving towards. I actually wholesaled a apartment complex, an eightplex, to one of my the buyers, but now I'm partnering up with them where we're buying them together. So that's kind of why I'm making these
Uh-huh.
calls and looking to get as many as we can. We got to invest 5 million before the end of the year. So
Okay. Sounds perfect. I'll call immediately, but sometimes to really sort things out, it might take,
no, it's
a day or so. So I will make sure that the contact is made and that we'll get you connected with somebody shortly.
Well, I really appreciate your time and your kindness. I'm excited. Let's do a deal together. I'm
Oh,
excited about it.
you're welcome. I'd love to. I live in St. George, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I raised my family in Lehigh
Oh.
and moved to St. George.
Well, hey, the weather
I
there,
love it.
it's beautiful. I love going to St. George on like a staycation trip. I'm in Sandy right now, so
Oh, that's perfect. Where are you at in Sandy?
1300 East, and I think
Oh,
yeah, it's right by Midvale. It's like where Sandy crosses into Midvale.
oh, right. So I had a house right off State Street. If you know where you went to golf is,
Yeah, it sounds.
right there on State Street.
Mhm.
So my backyard was actually when a golf. So I had a house there, and when I moved there back in the day, there was nothing but a big field. It was so funny
It's
to
growing
watch it all.
like crazy.
Watch it all spring up.
I'm actually trying to get out of here. It's getting a little too crazy here in Salt Lake.
Is it really? Like, is it too crowded, or you got some kookadoos moving in?
I think it's getting crowded. That's my opinion, but
Yeah. I was raised my kids in Lehigh because my husband was a golf pro at Thanksgiving Point. So when we moved to Lehigh, it was still a one cow town.
Yeah.
So literally going to Highland, it was just one way road in each direction, and
It's
I,
blowing up now.
so
I'll tell you what.
I was there when, yeah, it was nothing but fields, and it's just crazy to see what's happened. And down here, it's
Yeah, St. George is going to
growing insanely
grow.
too.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, well, I envy you because
Yeah.
the weather there right now, it's a little cloudy right here, so I'm sure it's nice and beautiful down there.
Oh, it is. It's always. I always feel like I'm on vacation. It's just, I just love it here.
Yes.
It was good to live up there while I did, but then I was just done.
Yeah, and I'm sure the golf is good
So,
for your husband too down there, because it's there's some beautiful
oh yeah.
courses down there. Well, hey, Kristen, it was really nice
Hey,
meeting you, and I'd love to chat
you
with you
too.
in my way. And
Hey,
yeah, let's do it. Let's
okay.
get together.
Sounds good. You have a great day. We'll connect shortly.
You all right? Bye.
Okay, bye.
Ooh, that was scary, huh?
That was awesome. That was really, really great for hopefully, I mean, for any of you guys watching, hit the like button. That's super valuable to see that. I think, agents or brokers, they're waiting for your phone call and it might not be the right person for what you're looking for if you guys do ever run into somebody. But she's like, okay, I don't do maybe that personally, but I know the broker for the commercial side and they do a ton of pocket listings.
God, come on. That's pocket listings is free leads. You don't that's why I teach this is like batch leads is giving you a great way to do off market deals, but on market deals too. And if you partner up with the strategy I'm showing you guys, you don't even have to pick up a phone call until you know someone will answer. So it's this is what I'm showing you is a game changer, and it's gonna help you get way more deals, and it's not scary. And did you notice that I was like, I'm a wholesaler?
Yeah, you repeated you said it multiple times just to really be like, yeah, that's what I've done that multiple times. And I think people want to like not say like it's a bad word.
No,
But
it
like you
shouldn't
said,
be.
everybody, it's out there everywhere.
Yeah, and I said, hey, I wholesaled a apartment complex to one of my buyers, and now I'm working with them. She's like, great, awesome, good for you. Right. So what we do is you just be open, honest, and you work with people and you network and you see if you can provide value to them, see if they can provide value to you, and you do deals. That's it. So hopefully that was helpful, everyone. We kind of went through going and getting the list, calling, making offers using the CRM, or you can just do if you don't have the CRM. If you're interested in the CRM, hit me up because I can send you a link that gives you a little discount on it. But yeah, doing that and then reaching out and networking. Now she's going to have the commercial broker that gets tons of pocket listings give me a call. We're going to chat. We're going to see what we can do. You saw me use my buy box criteria. I sounded like an expert. Have I bought an apartment complex by myself before? No, but did I sound like I knew what I was talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. She's like, oh yeah, what other ones do you have? You're like, I don't yet. I have multifamily.
I don't. Yeah, I'm new. I've been wholesaling single family for the last 5 years, and now it's time to get some apartments, and that's the next step. So, yeah. Does any questions that we should go over before we wrap up, or does anyone have any comments they want to put in there?
Yeah, let us know, guys, before we hop off. I thought that was super valuable to see the process rather than because so many people, of course, are using the strategy to connect with agents to find buyers, but seeing the other way around of how to find deals through agents is huge.
Yeah, it's honestly super exciting. Like,
yeah,
it's fun. It's a game, everybody. Like, there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, let me show you one more screen. So this is the agent outreach text that gets sent out. Hey, Adam, my name is Nathan. I found your number online and was just wondering if you're still an agent. Yes, I'm still an agent. Great. I'm looking for another investment property. Do you work with investors? Yeah, I work with investors. What are you looking for? What areas? What price range? So he wants to know that. Do you have any properties coming soon that may be a good investment? Not at the moment, but I keep you posted. So this would be a perfect opportunity to send him what's it called? A buy box criteria. And then this thing you tag it tier 1 agent if they respond, because we want to work with tier 1 and above, right? So if you do a deal, it's like tier 3, tier 4, you just keep tagging it. So this thing, if you've all kind of struggled with knowing like the best workflow, the best way to go through it, this like helps you out a ton to like organize. But if you don't have a system, it's as simple as just getting on the phone and telling people what you're looking for, and they'll find it for you.
Right. I mean, of course, we pulled a list of, in this example, 164 agents. So it's like for any of you guys being like, oh, I can't do it because I don't have a system put in place. It's like, get that out of the way and just start doing it on your phone. Sure, it's going to be more time consuming, but you could literally just take what Nathan has right there, make sure that somebody's an agent and is responding to you, and then go from there. I think that's really, really, and super simple too.
Yeah, let's just respond to this guy, just so you know that I practice what I preach. Not the moment. I can keep you posted. Okay, great. let's see. I'm sorry, I'm not good at typing right now. I'm specifically. Oh my gosh.
I have those days too. I'm like, I can't
For
do
multifamily, do you come across those a lot? This is what I'm. Oh my gosh, I'm looking for. And then you can add your PDF in here, which we just did. Our buy box. It's not pretty, but hey, I don't care. I'm sending it anyway. And sending it as an SMS. So I said, right here.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, when did those messages pop up? That's
Yeah.
a different person. There we go.
Okay, great. I'm specifically looking for multifamily. Do you come across those a lot? This is what I'm looking for right now. And then he can look at it and he sees the buy box. He's probably like, yo, am I dealing with a 3-year-old?
No, he'll love it.
He didn't put any graphics on there or anything. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Not the moment. So we'll see. But now this is good. Now, if he responds and we start vibing and I like him, I'm going to call him. Or I have my virtual assistant in here responding, Zishan, and he's going to call him and say, hey, I work for Nate. I'm his virtual assistant. This is what we're looking for. And if he vibes with them, great. And if he doesn't, he's going to send it to me and I'm going to vibe. It's all about the relationships again.
Yep. Love that. Cool. I'm excited. Well, if you guys have, I mean, Nathan, you're in the, here, let's get this link really quick too, and maybe post yours as well for in your community. But
yeah,
let me get this link for anybody watching to get into the community. Nathan, you're in there. So people could message you and ask you questions there too, if they think of something, right?
Yeah, 100%. Come on in. Yes. I will show everybody my, let's see where this is at. Let's see. If anybody's interested in checking out my community, it's just a Facebook group. It's called Painless Wholesale Group. We do a free training every Wednesday at 9 right before this call, where we dive deep into how to find buyers and get deals without having to spend money on marketing when you're brand new. Obviously, as you get deeper, yes, pulling lists and marketing is so important. But in the beginning, all you have to do is reach out to some agents, find some buyers first, and then get the deal done. But yeah, there's this group, and I can go to. You want me to share the screen of your community? Let's see, Batch's community.
Yeah, let's see. We can just give you guys an idea. We use Slack, so if you guys are familiar with Discord, it's really similar to that, and it's kind of just threads of messages that you guys can connect with each other and squad up. So
yeah, this is the community I'm a part of as well. Love it. There's always stuff going on, live webinars. You're crushing it with Jamil, I see over here.
Oh yeah, those are some good ones. We're always posting all the live things that we're doing for everybody to hop on. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there you go.
Classes in there, like everything you can think of to get connected and know how to use your systems, so you don't have a headache when you look at your computer. Because
there's really no excuse for not taking action. When I have a free community, Batch has a free community, we do these calls. Really, the thing that's left is up to you to make the calls, make the relationships, and find the buyers that you can bring deals to.
Absolutely. Get the systems out of the way and then focus on your skills of actually starting those conversations and to just take action. So, well, this is super cool the way that you're using this, and hopefully this is valuable for everybody watching. I don't see any questions or anything so far. I don't know if you see anything on your end that I'm missing here.
No, not at all.
I'm excited. So can't wait to see what comes of this next time we hop on the call.
Love it. All right. Were there any questions that you had from the community that they wanted to bring on the show, or are we good?
I do have one question for you, actually, now that I think about it. Let me just share this. So somebody was wondering from the community. So if I'm just reading this off of them. So if I make an offer for on a pre-foreclosure and it's for less than what is owed on the property, who or whom is responsible for the loan balance? Not the end buyer, right?
The seller would be. So
it would be the seller.
If I owe $200,000 on my mortgage and someone makes me an offer at $150,000, I would have to come out of pocket, me, the seller, $50,000 to get the bank. The bank will never not get their money. They're going to get their money. So you can't accept an offer that's lower than what you owe without paying it out of your own pocket.
So could that happen though after it's closed, or it has to happen before?
What do you mean by after it's closed? Like if it goes into foreclosure? Or
No, like beforehand, like if you're making that offer on that pre-foreclosure and then they accept it and everything, to pay that out of pocket before you're like, yes,
I think I think at close they would have to bring the money
I
to,
see. Yeah.
because when you purchase a property, the title company like makes sure that everything, the title transfers. So in order to transfer the title, the first position lien or the loan, right, has to get paid off, and that's how it works. So if they didn't come with the money, the transaction wouldn't go through.
I guess in some cases you could, I think I've heard of somebody giving the seller some sort of, if it's not anything crazy, is that something that you've ever heard of, to get it done for them to bring that to, or is that
Oh, to catch it up, to make it current? Oh my, her device disconnected. Okay, but I can answer that question because I understand what she's saying. So let's say that someone is behind on their mortgage. They're about to go into foreclosure, and they're in pre-foreclosure. She's back. They're about to go into pre-foreclosure. Sorry. They're about to go into foreclosure. They are in pre-foreclosure. Pre-foreclosure just means they're going to get foreclosed on and lose their home. I was answering the question, so you're good. So what you can do, let's say the person is behind $10,000, right? They owe 210, but they're behind 10,000. So you can catch up what they're behind and make the loan due, like not due, current. So then it won't go into foreclosure. I've done that in the past. So I bought this guy's house that was in pre-foreclosure. He was behind $15,000. I brought $15,000 to the close. The loan was now current, and then I just assumed his current payments on a subject to deal, and that's what can happen. So the house still has a lien, a loan on it. It still has the mortgage, so you would have to continue to pay that until it's paid off.
Got it.
You can
Okay,
make.
cool. I thought that was a really good question, so I wanted to bring that up before.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will get excited. They'll be like, yes, the seller accepted $100,000. And then they see that on batch, or the seller tells them they owe 180. Well, that's great. They accepted 100,000, but they owe 180. So it's not going to happen.
Yeah. It's not going to work. Yeah. Yeah. That's super important. All those little things that kind of get left out, just like same thing with if you see that a property has a lien and you didn't see that before, and now you're getting to the end of it and you're like, wait, we can't do anything now. So
yeah. Got to pay the lien off there, or you catch it up and make it current if it is in pre-foreclosure, and then eventually that lien's going to have to get paid off. So it's whatever if you buy it on terms.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, there's a ton of just kind of same idea questions like that. I don't have any other big ones right now. So if you guys have anything, any of you guys that have watched that are in the community or in Nathan's community, make sure that you guys are reaching out, or just in general networking, because asking those questions is huge for each other. Then everybody has different levels of knowledge to provide. So
always here for you. Batch Leads Nation. We're Investor Thrive Nation is here. Landry's here. We got your back. We want to help you succeed. Nothing makes me sadder than people that don't utilize the resources given to them so they can succeed, and they feel like they got to do it on their own. You don't have to do this on your own. You got a lot of help.
100%. Cool. Well, thanks, Nathan. Thanks, guys.
Peace out, everybody.